Hello everyone, this is East Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. Here we are at the end of Chaos Season, once again in Tier 39, but of course not without some mishaps. So of course this season we're goofballing, we're just score-botting with lift bonus, and of course this is before the remix that just got released today. So, his remix is definitely solid. I don't know if it really justifies giving him any Dragon Flower. Fun fact, I still have 0 on him, and of course you can get up to 20, so plus 4 to all his stats would definitely help him out. I just don't feel like it's really worth it. Of course, his problem is he's generally in this meta only going to ever get to attack once. Granted, it is going to probably be with open feature unless there's some sort of scowl effect going on or he's up against Lucia, but yeah, it's not too surprising that our opponent here can just keep getting end turning all day. Pretty straightforward. But at the end of the day, we're again score botting here. Duo mark pretty solid for the debuff train. That is this current meta. So debuff heavy. And at this point, Mortis is just kind of here. Easy to grab easy structures if they so choose. They're gonna go for 1. This is just gonna be 1 unless Alir can't pick up the kill, which is totally possible. Because definitely doesn't have. Wait. Oh wait, I forgot. Yeah, never mind. Offense this week was pretty sloppy. Of course, we had some particular units that were bonus. Cough, cough, young Hector. That made it pretty difficult for us to deal with. There was one young Hector that we cheesed by having our max level Volt Tower go off, but the last match of the season we kind of just did whatever to make sure we wouldn't completely lose because we didn't have any good way of initiating into our opponent because they had of course Medius to protect the Volt Tower, and of course young Hector bonus plus 10 HP and just overall more stats. Not great for us to deal with. We're using Legendary Grom for our bonus this week, so overall pretty solid, can't complain, but yeah, unfortunately, there's not really much we can do in the respect of, there's not really much we can do in terms of initiation. They also had, of course, Kanto control, so I just ended up going in with Legendary Nana to take out their Brave Seliph. I had to do some jank maneuvers just to get her adjacent to Brave Seliph so that she could one-shot, because of course otherwise his miracle goes off. And so a lot of matches were like that, where we just kind of had to do something to start the match, and then a lot of times we ended up sacking units. Some of it was intentional, some of it was goofs, and some of it was more goofing in the form of mistapping. Definitely goofed up a match that I shouldn't have, but that's how it goes. All we care about during Chaos Season is pretty much just don't completely lose forehead. So here we get a whopping 1 damage on 2. Great, man. And yep, pretty standard stuff. And Legendary Nana is completely overextended like usual, so there's that. That's why having her where Lip is can be better, but then the drawback of that is of course she doesn't get to attack as far out if our opponents go for a hit and run. So it's like you can't really win with this meme squad. It's not a very good team, but yeah, I'm definitely considering changing out Legendary Nana's seals during Chaos Season, because traditionally we've been using Heavy Blade tried to accelerate Gale Force faster, but to be honest, it basically never comes into play because in this day and age, she cannot win the Heavy Blade check. Especially with all the attack debuff trains going around. So it would be in some niche matches. It would only work in some niche matches where we are able to, I don't know. I honestly have no idea what kind of matchup that would even be good for, but here we are, derping. So instead, we'd probably just end up using something like Attack Speed Solo, Seal, or maybe one of the catch skills. I don't know. We could also just do Blade Session. If we don't really use her for enemy phasing a ton, we only do it in some specific scenarios, like if we're stalling for ether structures or whatnot, or just trying to break all of our opponent's structures for the memes. Here, our opponent's just getting set up. Of course, the problem is the Mortis. That's why we have him on defense. I'm not sure why our opponent brought this team in the first place, because they don't have a way to initiate. And so they're just going to do this to initiate, which of course doesn't really do much for them here, because they're still not dealing with the Mortis. And at the end of the day, if you're going to win the match, you're going to have to be able to take them out. And they can't, which is definitely a problem. We just have the Mortis advancing. Well, they can't do anything here. They just have to go for an AoE chip, and then picking up the kill with Legendary Leaf. Playing around Nightmare there, and well, at this point, GG, because they've already sacked too many units, and you have Legendary Celica to sweep. And well, Reinhardt isn't going to win this matchup. Unfortunately, he doesn't quite have enough attack, so that's a rip. Not really sure what we want to do on offense or for Chaos Season as well nowadays, just because since we're doing the meme don't activate any traps challenge, when they place all of their units in such a way where there are no melee engagements, and they have basically an unapproachable car save. Honestly, Young Hector isn't completely unapproachable. Like, I was having Legendary Crown face tank him, because of course we're running no follow-up seal. He doesn't get a guaranteed follow-up attack, but he still does quite a ton of damage because of all the debuffing going on. So, I'm not sure what our opponent was expecting here, but now they're just going all the way, which definitely is not going to end well, of course. We got our AoE shenanigans, and it's not going to end well for our opponent here. Exact lethal on Lucius, not even close. Then we get the Wings of Mercy kill, and, well, Brave Edelgard not tanky enough to survive 2 sets of attacks, and so that's a rip. So yeah, going back to that kind of defense archetype, that means our only real option to initiate and have any chance of winning Deathless is to hit end turn, which, as we all know, is not very reliable when you're on a budget like this. Honestly though, maybe, since we did pick up, what's her name? Ninja Kimono? I'm already forgetting. The red temple we're looking at right now, Flowers Scroll. Maybe we could try using her, because she definitely opens up a lot of options. Her main problem is, in the one matchup where we probably would like to use her, she would be up against a duo Elise under Harmonized Catria support. that'd be straight up quadding into Ninja Camilla, which, you know, would be fine if there wasn't the dealt damage from Poetic Justice. That's kind of a problem. Because of course it scales, what is it, 15% of those attack. Let's just say somehow Ninja Camilla only has... Wait, it's not Ninja Camilla, is it? I'm getting so confused because there's the dagger. Okay, no, that's Hot Springs. Okay, I'm getting so confused now, but... Anyways, let's just say she has, I don't know, what's a low amount? 70 attack? That 15% is approximately 10 damage a shot. And that doesn't include any base damage from Duelisa's actual attack stat, which is also pretty reasonably high, so I feel like we would have to give her a crud ton of support to survive that, but yeah, I don't know. And of course, like, even if she could survive, she doesn't kill, so if there's a dancer on the team, then of course that's GG. She's not gonna even be anywhere near close, which is definitely also a problem, but our opponent here just has Milla, so I should maybe consider using Milla myself during Chaos Season, but I would definitely have to pair her up with Peony, because we really need that penalty neutralization effect from Peony to get Milla to tank a lot of stuff. Because boy can she tank. Unfortunately, she probably wouldn't be able to tank Duo Elise. Again, Poetic Justice is just too good for providing damage output when the enemy unit doesn't have any damage reduction. I guess we could run Dragon Wall on Milla instead of Sabotage Attack, and that would probably do decently. But then, of course, then we wouldn't have Sabotage Attack. But then again, we've been playing Chaos Season, we've got it, so maybe it doesn't matter, maybe we don't need it. I feel like we definitely do need it during Light Season, though. Because otherwise, Nino is not able to tank some ridiculous shenanigans. Our opponent didn't even bother breaking the Flyer School. Not entirely sure why, but sure. And well, speaking of young Hector from way back when, here we are. Super buff, brave Hector, young Hector. And then there's also Duo Mark, as if the guy just has a ton of stats. That's pretty much what makes him super strong right now. And he debuffs a ton, which of course, and he also has some healing, which is super nice on a tank. Because of course, Fatal Smoke used to be meta, but now it's pretty darn rare. So that's nice and all. Of course, the one thing with young Hector is proccing Armored Beacon, which now they're able to, so that's not a problem here, but yeah, they're just going to advance. Seems reasonable. Problem here is young Hector doesn't have coverage against AoEs, which is a problem here because yeah, they're just gonna have Legendary Lilith to pick up the kill. That's the one thing about young Hector that doesn't make them overpowered, quote unquote, is for using Armored Beacon, you're trading off survivability for kill power, so kind of a problem against AoE. But you can see here, lots of people bringing their young Hectors. Of course, he's bonus. Why the heck wouldn't you? It's free real estate to just hit enter. So, not too surprising there. Our opponent here is going for more end-turn strategies. Seems legit. Probably would have not have rushed going in so soon. That's just my opinion. I would have just had Flame also in range of the bait unit for extra flexing and damage reduction, but not necessary. It's just kind of there. And of course, they had Elamine to meme our AoEs. There's no chance of us pulling our opponent here with an AoE. And Yeah, of course we're going to do absolutely no damage. Nothing we can really do at this point but lose. Definitely not sure what we want to do for future shenanigans in terms of investments. That's why we still have our stockpile of orbs. Like, honestly, we could probably plus 10, for example, young Hector if we're lucky. We don't really have enough orbs to guarantee it, but this team just seems like really overkill end turn. I just have so many units to hit end turn with. I'm not entirely sure why, but here we are. And of course, dual Aster support's absolutely insane. For that special acceleration, of course, Resonant Shield's definitely more impactful in my opinion than whatchamacallit, Resonance Blades, but honestly, Resonance Blades definitely helps a lot on units like Legendary Yuri who get more damage based off of his speed, so that's nice. There was that one matchup I was talking about in a previous day where a previous replays video where we had Nino able to face tank a Legendary Yuri at full HP, but he was 1 HP shy of getting into advantage range after dual Elise attacks, so that was unfortunate. But what you gonna do? And at this point, it's a rip. And with that, we have our current replays for the week. It's still a bit early and also pretty dank. Here we had a loss 21 hours ago, and just 20 minutes ago, someone got mashed into us. Not during our lift loss control or lift loss protection period, so that's unfortunate, but it really doesn't matter. For Chaos Season, we really just care about making at least tier 38. The ranking is whatever, because we're basically just goofballing since, again, we're still only using one team, so that's definitely kind of difficult. In some sense, it's easier during Chaos Season because you have fewer stat issues to deal with, but then on the flip side, you have to have stats yourself, so I feel like generally Chaos Season favors offense heavily, unless you pull some real jank shenanigans. Not sure why Arena is taking forever to load, but here we are. Ended up using Tharja this week, had to give her Earth Blessing. Of course, I would use Earth Blessings, but defense, we were just swimming in wins. Not too big of a surprise. That's just how it is when you score higher. And we're easily staying in tier 21. Next week is Legendary Alm bonus, so we should be comfy. I can't imagine a matchup where we should struggle, especially if we have Peony. Yeah, we'll also have Milla. I don't think we should struggle next week on any part of Arena, except maybe not goofing. So that's probably it. But anyways, we'll be back when the results drop in.